Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive and it's time now for us to take your queries on Auto Selector. Bert joins us as always. Hi Bert. Our first question comes into us from Vaibhav Chaudhary. He's looking to buy his father an SUV. He's shortlisted the XUV 500 and the Renault Duster. In terms of priority, he wants good mileage, performance, comfort and onboard gadgets. He is going to use the SUV mainly within the city limits and occasionally on the highway. Given that, what would you suggest?
Now, the priorities, Vaibhav, are of course features, comfort and convenience features, and of course the ride quality. We suggest you go in for the XUV 500 because yes, that package is better than the Duster in that respect. However, we strongly recommend you look at the Duster because despite it is the cheaper SUV among these two, but it also has a smaller engine. Nevertheless, it's definitely significantly more fuel efficient than the XUV 500 and it's got better performance as well. So overall, the Renault is a nicer package. Now, we also know that both of these SUVs do have several reliability issues. Quality in either of them isn't top notch, but from what we've heard so far, the XUV 500 may have slightly lesser problems than what the Duster is at the moment. So yes, XUV 500 or rather XUV 500 is the one you should look out at.
Alright, good luck Vaibhav. On to our next question now. This comes into us from Bangalore. Girish Shekhar writes and saying he's planning to buy himself a motorcycle. He is confused between the Honda Unicorn, the Honda Shine, the Bajaj Pulsar and the Yamaha FZ. His priorities are good mileage, comfort. His budget is about 85,000 rupees. Apart from the choices that he's already mentioned, which other bike, if any, would you like to suggest?
Now, of these four motorcycles, we'll keep the Bajaj Pulsar and the Yamaha FZ aside at the moment, principally because we are expecting the Pulsar to be updated by the end of this year, and it's definitely worth looking after the new motorcycle because there's a lot more technology, performance, efficiency that will come out in that package. On the other hand, where the FZ is concerned, well, it definitely is a nice motorcycle, probably one of the best in the slot, but it doesn't match up to whatever parameters that whatever you've chosen out. So in that respect, what you should look at is anything between the Honda Unicorn and the Shine. Now, the Shine is the one with the better efficiency, also available at a cheaper price than the Unicorn, so the overall experience with that will be a lot more richer. The Unicorn, however, has got better performance, better ride comfort, and of course better dynamics as well. So you need to choose between the two as to what exactly fits your bill then and go in for it. Though yes, we recommend the Shine because yes, it's cheaper, better efficiency as well.
Well, Girish, we hope that helped you. It's time now for our final question. Sanjeev Sharma writes in saying he wants to buy a diesel sedan. His budget is about 8 to 10 lakh rupees. Choices: the Maruti Suzuki FX4, Hyundai's Fluidic Verna. His requirements are good ride quality, premium looks, good technical specifications and value for money.
Sanjeev, I recommend you go in for the Hyundai Verna at the moment, unless you're ready to, or rather you're prepared to wait for about close to a year for the new SX4 to come out, because we've shown you that what that sedan could look like. We've recently seen the hatchback version of the SX4 at the Geneva Motor Show, and our renderings of what the sedan might look like is in the magazine, and well, that's on the website as well. Nevertheless, the choices that you've listed out, what you're looking for in the car, great features, premium styling, good ride comfort, all of those are available in the Verna. It is a great car to drive, very comfortable in the cities, but I really wouldn't recommend you taking that car or that sedan out on the highways. We haven't appreciated the handling, the dynamic aspects of that car on the highways for that matter, but in the city, it's a perfectly nice and comfortable car to drive and live in. So yes, Sanjeev, your choice should be listed down to the Hyundai Verna.
With that, it is time for us to wrap up Auto Selector. Remember, if you have questions, we have the answers. Write to us, helpdesk@overdrive.co.in. You can also send us your questions on Facebook or Twitter. Bert will answer them right here for you on the show. Time now for us to wrap up all the news from the world of auto, and there's plenty of it.
The auto industry is still in two minds when it comes to the quadricycle issue. A quick recap of the matter is that Tata Motors feels that the quadricycle isn't the best option as a replacement for three-wheelers, whereas Bajaj Auto feel there is a need to have a new category of new vehicles. Earlier this week, the committee under the Ministry of Transport failed to reach a decision on whether there is a need to create a new category for the quadricycles to be slotted in. The government has now decided to go ahead in setting up an inter-ministerial group to iron out the differences. Ronojoy Banerjee has more.
Sources are telling us that this IMG will be headed by the Secretary in the Transport Ministry. It will also have Secretary of Heavy Industry Ministry as a part of that, apart from having representation from ICAT and ARI. And whatever changes they want to bring about in the Motor Vehicle Act, it would then be sent to the Law Ministry for vetting.
While M&M is a brand that has enjoyed great success in the SUV market, Will it be able to hold out its own going forward? Sales of the Scorpio have not only stagnated year on year, but started dipping month on month, compared with the sales of Renault India's Duster, launched in 2012. In the month of Feb, Scorpio managed to sell just 4,400 units as opposed to Duster's 5,590 units, whereas in March, 4,658 units of the Scorpio were sold against the Duster's 6,300 units. April numbers saw Scorpio sell 4,437 units to Duster's 5,372 units.
The SUV space is growing much faster than any other segment. There are a lot of opportunities. This is one segment which is, I would say, at a very nascent stage at this point of time. So we will see many entries coming up in this segment, and I see this segment to be one of the fastest growing segment in this country.
But it's not all bad news in the M&M stable. The company makes up for losses in sales on Scorpio with good sales from the XUV 500. While XUV 500 has sold approximately 13,899 units in 3 to 4 months post its launch in 2012, the competition is catching up, and M&M could soon start to feel the heat from Maruti's Ertiga and the latest sub-4 meter SUV, Ford's EcoSport. Two-wheeler automaker Bajaj Auto's fourth quarter numbers are out, and the numbers aren't too promising. As demand remains weak, competition from Japanese players like Honda and Yamaha continue to chip away at its foundations. Bajaj Auto India MD Rajiv Bajaj says that the market conditions don't look like they'll be improving significantly anytime soon, but he is betting on new launches to keep the engines turning over. From Bajaj's side, expects 6 new models of its popular Discover bike to hit Indian roads soon. These bikes will mostly be targeted to the mass market, which commands nearly 65% of India's total bike segment.
Of the 6 Discovers that we are launching, only 2 are going to be in the more upmarket or premium space. 4 of them will actually be in the 40 to 50,000 rupee zone, and that is where we are hoping that we can pick up a lot of market share.
Judging by the results from the fourth quarter, one thing is clear: Bajaj Auto needs to reclaim the number 2 position from Honda soon. Fiat is one of the oldest foreign automakers to run on Indian roads, and yet they've struggled time and again to build a brand name that inspires confidence. It has also had a tough time to outshine its comparatively new rivals. Fiat Chrysler India's new managing director Nagesh Baswanhali has a huge task ahead to revive Fiat's brand name in India.
One of the first things we did over the last couple of months is go back, listen to the customer, go back, understand the pain points. And clearly this is one of the areas where we are working very hard every single day. We have about 54 dealerships at the end of April, and we intend to go up to over 100 by the end of the fiscal year. We have announced a product strategy which we believe we have looked at all the emerging markets and the areas, emerging segments in the Indian automotive segment, and what we want to do to compete in those segments over the next couple of years.
Fiat has finally decided going aggressive is the best way forward. So expect 9 products, some of them refreshes and some completely new products to launch under Fiat's umbrella in the next 3 years. Jeep is one such brand that is expected to hit Indian roads by the end of this year.
Fiat Chrysler is a huge automotive group, and yes, Jeep, as we have announced, is coming to India. And we will be bringing some of the flagship products initially through the CBU route, but we also intend to look at all the other opportunities, including other ways of getting to the market.
We all use our rearview mirrors when driving, but there is an area on each side of your vehicle that you still cannot see, and you may miss seeing people or vehicles in those spots. So when making a lane change, check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder in the direction you wish to go. And remember to stay out of other drivers' blind spots, especially trucks and buses.
Time for a break, but when we return, the comparo we've all been waiting for, the Maruti Suzuki Dzire versus the Honda Amaze.